Hey guys, in this video we're going to be checking out this cool new little product from Boldclash. It's called the F02H. That's what it says here on the instruction manual. Boldclash F02H all-in-one camera and VTX. Boldclash has some really boring names. They call everything like B06, F02. So it's kind of hard to keep track of what's what. For example, this here is the B03 Pro. The reason I'm talking about this is this guy here, the F02H, is designed specifically for this micro. And you saw in this previous video I reviewed this all-in-one video transmitter FPV camera that records to a onboard DVR right there. There's a little micro SD card right there. And so I just plugged this directly into the board here and did some sticky foam and recorded video directly. This was sort of a hack job here. You can see it's not very well protected in a crash, but it got the job done, and I got some pretty cool video in that review. I'll put a card in the corner if you want to check it out. Now they've come out with a more integrated solution here where they built the camera and the video transmitter into this canopy. They'll go right on top and it screws right in right there. In fact, I will do that in this video. We'll take this apart and we'll screw that on. But what's cool about this, and I'll show you a little bit about this first. You get a little whip antenna on a 25 milliwatt video transmitter. There's a little button here on top for changing your bands and channels right there. It's very cool. You got 4 screws that hold the video transmitter into the canopy, and then you got a separate camera from the video transmitter. You can see the camera is going this way and the video transmitter is horizontal. So got these wires there. You got a little button there for switching the camera from PAL and NTSC, so it's PAL and NTSC is switchable, and it'll also flip the image, but I'm just going to leave it NTSC. I believe this is 48 channels. Let's see here, what does this support? 48 channels, yeah, and there's all the bands and channels on that chart there. Pretty typical stuff here of a 25 milliwatt video transmitter. The camera, I think it's 800 TV lines. Well, it doesn't say how many TV lines it is. It's probably somewhere between 600 800. Typically, that's what they are for these micro cameras. And I have no reason to believe that this is any different. It looks pretty much the same. Now, what's interesting about this is that not only will it fit the Boldclash product here, the B03, fits the B03 and the B03 Pro. It will also fit the upcoming B06, which is the brushless version of this that's not out yet, and they've included the little rubber grommets and screws for that, even though that model is not out yet, only a prototype is out. And then they also include rubber grommets and screws for the Inductrix series, which includes all the Tiny Whoops. So if you happen to have a Tiny Whoop or something similar like the Tiny 6, this system will definitely work with that, as long as it has the same screw width holes right there for these 2 screws. Now, one of the downsides I think about this is that there's no adjustable camera tilt, which is unfortunate. If they could manage that in the next version, get a little bit more camera tilt for those of us that like to fly super fast, that would be nice. Although this is a pretty wide angled camera, so for indoor flying it'll probably be just fine. Now, it does come with a little connector here that will plug into the board for the B03 just fine. Just keep in mind that I've been told that this connector is, I'm not sure if this is normal or inverse, but it's the opposite of what it should be for the Inductrix. So if you plug this into an Inductrix, it will fry, because either that's the reverse of what's here, or this is the reverse of that, vice versa. But it is matched for the Boldclash product, so no worries there for that. Okay, we'll get an all the important weight measurement here as people are looking for, and it comes in at about 5.3 grams. So it's pretty nice with that nice little canopy all in one unit. Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll just install this really quickly. Shouldn't take not very long here, so I'll just speed up the video, pass through the boring parts. Just going to take the canopy off here, and you can see this has the exact same plug, and we'll just unplug it. You can see here it takes the red is to the front here. I believe that is the front, so we're going to unplug this here. And just double checking, the plugs have the same polarity, so we should be good. and then we can just plug it in right there. And we can just use the screws that are included with the Inductrix kit to screw this down. Okay, so yeah, that's it. It took me just a couple minutes to screw that on, plug it in. Very easy conversion. And we'll go ahead and I'll power this on here and let's see if it works. Okay, we got some lights and stuff going on in there. I think I should be able to find it. I'm just going to assume it's on Fat Shark out of the box. So if it's on 1, this monitor is tuned to Fat Shark 7. So I'm going to click once. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we go. So yeah, the default channel is Fat Shark for a lot of these. So luckily I just had to press the button 6 times and I have my video. Now obviously if I want to change my band, I'm going to hold that button down for, I think it's 2 seconds, and then I'll switch to a different band on that same channel. Then you can just go through each band and channel one at a time on that chart to find your channel. So okay, so it looks like it's working pretty good. I'm going to go ahead, I'll fly this, and I did a video on where I'm flying this with my FlySky radio with one of those little multi-protocol modules, and I'll put a card in the corner for that. So I'm going to fly this with it. It flies pretty good in that. And I'll show you a little FPV footage of me flying this around the house. I think this will fly pretty nice. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll put a link in the description to this project. I really like the way this thing looks. And I will talk to you guys in the next one.